Orlando Pirates assistant coach, Sergio Alemenara. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, if you can please just give us a summary of the match.
Well, like I said before, we think in the first half, because of some positional disadjustments, we were not able to overcome the last third, the defensive line of Maritzburg. So it creates some problems. We tried to fix it in the halftime. Luckily for us, we scored a goal in an individual situation. We didn't create so much, or we didn't create as much as we expected. Then we did some adjustments in the halftime, and then lucky for us, we were a bit better, more organized, and we got the 3 points.
Okay, Coach. As the mic slowly makes its way to the... Thank you.
Good evening, Coach.
Good evening.
Congratulations on the victory. I know all three coaches don't like to speak about individual players, but once again, Saleng, he's redefining the expectations of white players as well, assisting goals, scoring goals as well. How big a player is he for the team, and how important is it for you personally, the technical team, to have such a player as him in the team of Orlando Pirates?
For us, all the players are important. Saleng and all the others, like, they are trying to win their position in the weekend when we play during the training week. So for us, all of the players are important, and for especially for the way that we are playing, we are trying to fit players in our game model and try to fit players in the way that we want to face the games in our game plan. So we are happy with every player so far.
Do we have any other questions?
Coach, I just need to find out something from you. I mean, we know that head coach Jose is suspended. What is his role when you and Coach Manda are there? How much does he come in to assist you guys? Is there any communication that happens, or you are on your own?
Nowadays, coaches normally during the game, they don't have too much impact. Okay, the impact that the coaches can provide is especially during the week, the training week. This is where the coaches really make an impact. So during the games, we are trying to impact a bit, as much as we can. The halftime is the key, but today, with using the technology, we were connected with him.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Particularly here at Orlando Stadium, it's becoming a very difficult place for other teams to come to. How important is the fans backing has been recently with the games, especially now that the goals are coming in? How important and how much of an impact are the fans making?
Football is for the fans, right? So at the end, what we are looking for is like play the most beautiful football that we can play, and the most effective as well, in order to bring more and more people to the stadium and pack the stadium. It doesn't matter the opponent that we play against.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
From the you speak about the game model. Today it was match 20 of the season. How would you say about the progress in terms of the whole squad? That has made, I'm looking at someone like Saleng. I think he started playing around September for the club. Dzvukamanja started now in January playing, but we can see the impact. So overall, how is the team fitting into this, and what can you say about the progress?
It's a process non-stop. So you start the season with your own game model and trying to progress during the training field, during the training
Sessions.
To the training sessions or training drills. But at the end, what we are looking for with the game model is a progression during the whole season. Even the game 30 that we are gonna play in the season is gonna be also a progression of the game model. So the games are also using we are using the games also to progress in our game model. So players who are coming and going and players who are staying more time in the start 11 is because they are giving what we are looking for in the game model, and especially with their own profile that they can, let's say, give us what we are looking for. So it's a mixture.
Do you have any other questions? Not yet, no. Yeah.
Thank you. Coach, you introduced two strikers in the second half when you were 2-1 down, up. Where else we usually see coaches, instead of reinforcing the front, they reinforce the back. What was the idea behind that? And then maybe can also get how has it been for you now in South Africa, as well as the league for you? How has it been?
Well, the first question about the two strikers, it was an adjustment that we considered that it was needed if we experienced some disadvantage in the central corridor, so we needed to protect a bit. So we put a bit one of the ones who was playing as a winger. The change was to come somebody inside to protect the central corridor in defensive phase, and also when we steal the ball to have the first pass forward towards the central corridor, and from there progress if we could. And the second question was, sorry.
South Africa, how has it been like, and the league also?
Yeah, well, we are happy to be here, and like the coach said a long time ago, I guess, we were very surprised positively about the technical level. It's very high, and the rhythm of the games, it's we are enjoying in the bench because of the rhythm.
Hi Coach, Delmania from Soccer Duma. Coach, I know that you guys have a very modest approach, you say game by game, but now obviously if you continue on the current form that you display, you could get yourself within the CAF spots again, CAF Champions League, CAF Confederations Cup. Pirates is a club who are known to be participating in Africa. I mean, they were in the final just 2 seasons ago. Is that something that now has entered your discussions as coaches, that the possibility of playing CAF, because we know that obviously it does impact on the league. We've seen it takes a lot. You need a deep squad, you need all this traveling stuff. Is that something that you guys have started discussing here?
Well, we live quite much the present, so we don't talk too much about the future because we are working week by week. But obviously, being in Pirates means that we have the let's say the need or the obligation to at least be in that positions.
Final 3 questions. Any takers? Going once, going twice. Yeah, baby.
Coach, normally coming to a game like this, you, as much as you can try as a technical team to get players to focus on this match. A game like the derby, it's always a game that could distract players. How big of a factor was that coming to this game? And also I noticed that going to the derby in terms of prioritization, you have 2 extra days compared to Tuesday. You play on Sunday, you play today. Could this be a factor in terms of how you use this prioritization wise?
Coach, sorry if I may, you can answer the first question regarding how knowing that you're playing the derby next week has an impact on this match. In terms of anything else relating to the derby, I believe there are 2 press conferences next week specifically for the Soweto derby, so all questions relating to the derby will be addressed there.
So we try that doesn't affect at all. That's our target. Then we cannot be in every mind of every player in our squad, but obviously what we are trying is focus in the opponent that we have before, because it's what we have, the closer one. So we cannot control some things, and what we want, what we can control, it's the message and all the content that we are providing during the week. So nothing related with Chiefs in this week.
Thank you. On that note, we've reached the conclusion of our press conference, and thank you for your time and participation.
Thank you.